It was a day in early summer a few years ago. After one of those springs where the rain just came down nonstop and the ground never quite dried enough for you to mow the grass. My wife was driving through rural Oklahoma. On the sides of the road, the grass is waist high and the weeds are sky high. My youngest child, Annika, sits in the back seat commenting on the world around her. That sure is a pretty bird. My shoes are pink. That cloud looks like an elephant. This would be a great place to hide a dead body. Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, guests, children can say some very bizarre, sometimes scary things when taken out of context. In context, Annika has learned critical thinking skills. And I'm no longer allowed to watch CSI with her. Annika has long held that she is the queen of the universe. And when Annika was about 4 years old, my wife was explaining to a friend of hers how Annika was one day going to be queen of the universe. 4-year-old Annika tugs on Mama's pant leg. No, Mama, I'm not going to be queen of the universe. I already am. I just haven't exerted my authority yet. Okay, Annika, how will we know when you've exerted your authority? The bodies. Ladies and gentlemen, this is particularly scary because you know she knows where to hide them. These are the bodies she wants you to see. Her older sister, Catherine, has also developed critical thinking skills. One day, she and my wife are watching television, and a commercial comes on for a product to make you feel healthier. Catherine was aghast. Why would I spend my time and money, Mama, on a product to make me feel healthier when I could try to actually be healthier? Much like her sister learning where to hide bodies, Catherine has learned some things that we would rather she hadn't. My wife had taken our children to the library. Since we homeschool, this was during the school week. There's an older woman in the library who sees my children, goes up to them and says, "Why aren't you in school?" Catherine looked the woman right in the eyes and says, "Why aren't you at work?" She learned to be snarky from my wife. Don't blame me for that. When Annika was about 6 years old, my wife had come to pick me up from work. As they sat in the parking lot, waiting for me to finish my day and come out to the car, Annika's in the back seat thinking about things. Scary, right? "Mama, if I were a zombie, I wouldn't eat brains." My wife was kind of shocked, but quick to recover. "Okay, what would you eat, Annika?" Annika goes back to thinking about it. "Cheesecake!" It's at this point that my wife made one of those faces that I'm sure everyone makes when they've heard something so utterly bizarre that they have to hear the explanation. "Why would you eat cheesecake?" "Well, if I'm a zombie, then I'm already dead, so I don't have to worry about calories or fat or sugar or gaining weight. I can have cheesecake." I have no idea where that child learned about nutrition. One day in spring in Oklahoma, and the Bradford pear trees are in bloom everywhere. Those little white petals all over the town. My entire family is sick from allergies. Life must go on. So my wife has taken then 3-year-old Catherine to the grocery store for groceries. Catherine has developed a cough. Up one aisle and down the next, all through the grocery store. Well, from a few aisles over, an older woman hears this child coughing. She hunts my wife and child down and goes up to my wife and says, "You should give her just a little bit of whiskey." Catherine immediately perked up and says, "Oh, I can't have whiskey. It makes me so sick." I am certain that woman immediately went home and called child care because she thought there was an alcoholic toddler at the crest. And what we actually have is a toddler who knows that whiskey is made from wheat, and she's allergic to wheat. In context, out of context, children just say some very bizarre and sometimes downright scary things. It's important for us to be careful when we're around children what we say, or you just might end up with a cheesecake-eating zombie child or Child Protective Services knocking on your door. Mr. Toastmaster.